In 1905, Albert Einstein was asked what the most powerful force in the universe was. His answer wasn't gravity, it wasn't nuclear energy, it was compound interest. Whether he actually said that is debated, but the idea behind it, that money can grow on top of itself, silently, for decades, is one of the most important concepts you will ever understand. And yet, almost nobody is taught how it actually works. Today, that changes. Here's the problem with how most people think about money. They think about it linearly. They earn a dollar, they spend a dollar. They save $100, next year, they have $100. But money doesn't have to work that way. When invested correctly, money works in a curve. Slowly at first, almost invisibly. And then, after enough time, it accelerates into something that looks almost impossible. That curve has a name. It's called compound growth. And compound interest is the mechanism behind it. Let's break down exactly how it works with real numbers. First, let's understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is straightforward. You invest $1,000 at 5% per year. Every year, you earn $50. After 10 years, you've earned $500. Your total is $1,500. That's simple interest. Predictable, linear, and honestly, not that exciting. Compound interest works differently. You invest the same $1,000 at 5% per year. But this time, instead of only earning interest on your original 1,000, you earn interest on your interest too. Year 1, your 1,000 becomes $1,050. Year 2, you earn 5% on 1,050, not on the original 1,000. That gives you $1,102.50. The difference seems tiny at first. A few cents, barely worth noticing. But give it time. That's where things get interesting. Let's look at what compound interest actually does over a lifetime. Imagine two people. Both are Australian, both want to retire comfortably. The first person, let's call her Mia, starts investing at age 25. She puts in $300 a month into a diversified index fund, returning 7% per year on average. She does this for 40 years until she's 65. The second person, let's call him Jake, waits. He's busy in his 20s. He starts at 35. Same $300 a month, same 7% return. But he only has 30 years instead of 40. Here's what happens. Mia ends up with approximately $810,000 at retirement. Jake ends up with approximately $360,000. Same monthly contribution, same rate of return. The only difference is 10 years. Mia invested for 10 extra years and ended up with $450,000 more. That is the power of compound interest. Time is the in. You don't need to be a mathematician to understand this, but it helps to know the formula so you can run the numbers yourself. The compound interest formula looks like this. A equals P multiplied by 1 plus R divided by N, all raised to the power of N times T. Let's break that down. A is the final amount, what you end up with. P is your principal, the money you start with. R is the annual interest rate written as a decimal. N is how many times interest compounds per year, and T is time, the number of years. Most index funds and investment accounts compound annually or even daily. The more frequently it compounds, the faster it grows. You can plug any numbers you like into this formula, or simply use a compound interest calculator. Search for one online and you can model out your exact financial future in minutes. Understanding compound interest is one thing, using it is another. Here's what this means practically for you right now in Australia. Step 1. Start as early as possible. If you're watching this in your 20s, you have an extraordinary advantage. Every year you wait is compounding you're giving up, and you can never get it back. Step 2. Be consistent. The maths works best when contributions are regular. $300 a month, every month, is more powerful than a lump sum every few years. Step 3. Keep costs low. Fees eat into your compounding. A 1% annual fee sounds small. Over 30 years, it can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Low-cost index funds, available through platforms like Perler or Stake here in Australia, exist specifically to keep those costs minimal. Step 4. Don't touch it. Every time you withdraw, you're interrupting the compounding. The goal is to let it run, uninterrupted, for as long as possible. Interest is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a get-rich-slowly and then all-at-once strategy. The people who retire wealthy are rarely the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who started earliest, stayed consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting. Einstein may or may not have called it the most powerful force in the universe. If you guys want to begin using any of the apps I suggested, and you are from Australia, I would suggest you go down and click the links in the bio of this video and create yourself some of these accounts so you can begin investing and compounding as well.